Guys, and welcome back. My name is Chronic, and today we are on the Redstone world, and you can see me. Yeah, that's right. There's a face cam. Now, I'm not going to do this that often. In fact, this will probably be the only time I'll ever do it on a Redstone episode, but I just need to talk to you guys about some things that have been going on. So first of all, just wanted to get it out there. There wasn't many videos last week. I'm really sorry about that. I meant to record actually a lot because I start a new semester of college tomorrow, which is actually the day this goes up, Monday. I start a new semester, and that means I'm going to be very busy. And so I wanted to record some stuff so I didn't have to worry about recording the first couple days. But then everybody in the house ended up getting sick. I ended up kind of getting sick. I don't think I was actually sick. I think is more like anxiety of getting sick with what they had. So it was kind of dull around here. There wasn't much going on. Everybody was sick, and I'm really sorry about that. But I did release a couple of videos. I'm going to link them down in the description. The videos that I did release last week, like Dead Core, which actually doesn't have that much views, but it has quite a few likes. So thank you guys. I'm going to do another episode of that since you guys liked it. And yeah, there wasn't many videos, but we're going to be getting back into it as fast as we can. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I only go in the afternoon, so I can record in the morning, hopefully. Friday, I don't have any classes, so I can record then. So we might go to a Monday through Friday instead of Monday through Saturday schedule. Or we might do 4 videos a week. I don't want to do 3. 3 is too little. Is not enough. So 4 or 5. That's what we're going to try to stick to when this new semester starts. In case you're wondering, the classes I'm taking are like computers, and I'm taking a psychology course and an English course. So 2 computer courses, psychology and English, and it's my 7th semester, I think. 7th semester, and I have to go 2 more semesters at least to get to finish out my major and my minor. Anyways, that's enough about me. I just wanted to tell you guys that. So let's get into the actual episode. We're going to be messing with some redstone. Yeah, some real redstone. And I'm sorry, I wear glasses. I can't really see without them. So there's a glare from the screen. There's actually 2 more screens right over here. I don't know if you guys can see those. Yeah, so you're getting a little bit of glare. I'm sorry about that. But if I take them off, I can't really see what's going on. So we're going to just going to leave them on. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so we're in the latest snapshot. It's 15W34D. 15W34D. It's the latest one that just came out, I think, on Thursday or something. I don't know when it was, but it adds a lot of cool stuff. It also has the bugs. So we're going to go over the bugs first. So one of the bugs is in the snapshots for 1.9, they fixed the arrows. I can't really hear that well. Let me get this. Okay. So they fixed like the arrows. So when you shot an arrow like this, it would render the arrow as it's going in the air. Like as it's going in the air, it would render it, and it would render it pretty far. It looks like something in this snapshot screwed up that rendering system, because as you can see, the arrows are screwed up again, which kind of sucks for some of the stuff I was going to show you guys, because we needed arrows for it. But looks like that might have been a minor issue. They might get that fixed in the next snapshot, so don't worry about that. But the newest thing in the snapshots were new command blocks, which are freaking awesome, which are going to make everything in this world so much easier. So much easier. So I released this on Twitter, I think. I showed a picture of, this is the lightning cannon, how we used to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 command blocks, 1 repeater, and 2 torches. That's what it required. And of course, a button to start it all. That's what it required to make the lightning cannon, which, if you don't remember what it did, shoots an arrow, summons lightning. Pretty much self-explanatory lightning cannon. So, with the new command blocks, you can do all that in 4 blocks, plus a comparator still. But actually, they just added new conditional command blocks, which I'll go over in a second, that you don't need the comparators anymore. For most of this stuff, we won't even need to use comparators, which is really, really cool. So, let's go over the command blocks first, the new ones. So we got the normal command block over here. You'll also notice that all the command blocks are now a little bit, they're like animated. You can kind of see it just kind of flickers a little bit, and they also have arrows on them. I don't think these ones do too. Okay, they all do. But these ones really need the arrows. These ones really don't really need the arrows, because these ones, what this one does is it basically is a self-contained clock in one block. So this thing right here, right there, is in one block now. You just need one block. You just need to power it up. Boom, it goes every single tick. It goes way faster than any clock we could have ever made. It's really freaking awesome. Okay, so it's called a repeat command block. It's a repeat command block. They're purple, which is pretty cool. And you notice if you go like this, you can switch it between impulse, you can chain, or repeat. So over here, impulse is the normal command block. That's the normal command block. Does stuff a single time, and you have to redo it every time. So the repeat one will do it every single tick. You can't tell it to repeat when this equals 7, say 5 or something like that. You can't do that. It'll just repeat every single tick no matter what, as long as it's on. And then this one is the chain command block. They chain together, so a single block will set off a chain of other blocks that will, summon lightning. They will check all these different systems for you, and it'll do one after the other, so you only got to turn on one, and it'll chain down. Just like if we would have put repeaters one after another, that's basically what they do. So it's pretty dang cool. And you'll also notice it says unconditional and unconditional and unconditional. And if I change that conditional, it's a little bit different, but we'll go over that in a second. So that's pretty much what these do. So you have the repeating command block, which repeats something over and over again. So we're going to just go in here, and I'm going to say hi. Maybe just have it say hi. So then we're going to turn it on. What does it do? Well, you can't really see over there. I'm sorry, because my face cam's in the way. But it says hi. It'll just keep saying hi over and over again. So if I go to chat and say taco, and then I open that up, and I gotta go fast. Ready? Now you just saw taco run right through there, because it's saying hi every single tick. And if I turn it off and I say taco, it's at the bottom now. You can't really see it because of the face cam, but believe me, it's there. So it'll do that every single time. You can set that to do some pretty cool things, which I'm going to go over in a second. But first, I just want to go over the lightning cannon. So basically what these do is the repeating command blocks. They just repeat stuff. And you notice the arrow. The arrow will point to, if you have a chain command block, it's the next one in the chain. So as you can see, if I put all these, the chain will go, once this turns on, right here, it will chain all these commands together. So if we put one as, say, 1. And then this one, let's tell it to say 2. And then you can see where I'm going with this. As you can see, just redstone on top, and boom, they all work. So now they're saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they keep saying it over and over and over again. And then if you turn one of them off, so let's use levers instead. Or maybe let's use redstone blocks. That'll make more sense. Okay? So if we put redstone blocks next to them, and we put that one, and that one, you'll notice now it says 0, 1, 3. 0, 1, 3. And it keeps repeating 0, 1, 3. That's because the 0 is the one that's getting activated. The 1 is, and the 3. Now notice that the 2 isn't getting activated, even though it's going through the 2 to get to this one. If that makes sense. It's going through that one to get to this one, but since it's not activated, it's not doing anything. So you can do that and turn off certain ones. So now it'll say 0, 2, 3. 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3 over and over again. So that's really cool. You can do a lot of cool things with those nowadays, now that they added those in. So basically the lightning cannon now, just 4 blocks. We can actually shorten it to like 3 blocks. Technically we could possibly shorten it to 1 block, but that's a little bit too confusing, and I try to make these as simplistic as possible. So here we go. Same thing. And if you notice the lightning, we got to actually turn that off. The lightning, heck of a lot faster. If you notice the gaps between the lightning on this one and the gaps between the lightning on that one, they're slightly faster. They're slightly faster, which is really cool. So it's just the same command, executes at arrow summon lightning bolt. Test 4 if there's an arrow in the ground, and then kills the arrow, and then this one summons the arrow. So that's all those do, but still 4 blocks compared to this many. 10. What was it? 10? Yeah, 10 blocks. Way better. Way freaking better. Okay, so now that we talked about that, and there's fire everywhere, let's talk about some cool things we can do with these command blocks. Okay? We're not going to be messing with pretty much anything to do with the mech suit yet, but we're still working on it. But I really want to show you guys these command blocks because these things are freaking cool. So this one is this is the normal unconditional one. So unconditional is the basic. It's what they start as. So we got execute at player set block stone. So this, when I turn this on, every tick it's going to check to see if there's something underneath you, and it's going to put stone. Basically, it doesn't really check. It just puts stone wherever you are, right underneath your feet. So if I turn this on and I walk, you'll notice stone underneath my feet. Pretty cool. And this one in the back sets stone above my head. So that prevents me from actually jumping and getting in an infinite loop with stone and not being able to get back down. But that's pretty cool. So as you can see, if I turn that on and just run around a lot and just keep running, you see the actual stone, it keeps up. It keeps up wherever I'm at, whatever block I'm on. It'll just keep going and going and going, and goes on the head too. So if I can go like this, and I can even go like this really, really fast and go flying out here, and it'll still keep up. Look at that. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is insane. Okay. So now you might be asking yourself, how do you get rid of that? Well, simple. You can set this to, since it was sandstone at the beginning, set that as sandstone underneath, and then set this to air, and we can just rewalk our entire path, and as you can see, it starts clearing everything up. And we can just do that. So it's really cool. You can make some pretty cool things with it. You can make some pretty cool puzzles and stuff with it now, because it runs a lot faster, and it's also only 2 blocks. Whereas before it used to require a couple blocks plus a clock plus a couple of repeaters to do all this. Whereas now it's 2 blocks. This is 2 blocks. That's crazy. That is insane. And I also screwed up right here, so let's get that out of the way. Ooh, take that one. And just keep doing that. And if we walk over here, it'll be set in the sandstone, so we don't want to do that. So let's turn that off. Okay, now there's 2 more things to mess with. 2 more things I want to show you guys, and then that'll be it. So, here we go. Test 4, and then give. So if you notice, what does this say? Conditional. Conditional. So that means only if this block is true will this one be set off. But it checks every single tick. So what this does is it will give me an apple every tick as long as I'm within a radius of 5 blocks from this block when I turn it on. So this purple one right here, it's not in the radius. So if I turn it on, oh, the actual purple block itself isn't in the radius, but I was in the half of the other block. So if you notice, it's not giving me any apples. If I walk out here, no apples, no apples, no apples, no apples. But as soon as I get close enough, boom, apples just falling from the freaking sky. Just falling from the sky. I mean, look at this, watch. Okay, let me just stand right here. Let's see how fast. Look at that. That is insane. That is insane. Now you can set that up to like delete items from a player that you don't want them to have and stuff, and it'll check every tick, which is really cool because it only requires 2 blocks. And it doesn't require any commands or special server or anything like that. So it's really awesome. And it's just giving me an apple when I'm in the radius of 5. Very simple, but really, really freaking cool. So that's a conditional. That's what that does. It only runs, it has to be in a chain or one right after another, and it'll only run when the one before it runs. So if you put a chain of conditional commands, command blocks together, and they're all chain blocks, it will run through every one. But if the first block isn't complete, isn't true or anything, they won't run. Like, it'll go through them, but they won't turn on. So it'll go through all of them, but it won't turn on. So that's pretty dang cool. And then we got this one over here, just testing if an arrow's in the ground, saying if there's a found arrow, and then it just kills the arrow. So, if I do that... Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We still got the lightning one running, don't we? Don't we? Over here. There you go. That should... Yes, we're good now. We are good now. Okay. Yeah. But this one would make more sense if the actual arrow thing worked, but it actually doesn't. So, we don't actually see it hit the ground. Because of how fast this is running, and because of the rendering system bugs right now, you can't see the arrow hit the ground, but it does hit the ground. And when it hits the ground, it gets deleted. But it runs so fast that you can't see it. So we can't even see the arrow in the air, which is a big bug. And that's about the only reason I actually made this, because it's really not that useful. The only reason I made this was to show you guys the bug. Yeah. As you can see, the arrow looks like it's hitting like a barrier block and just falling straight down, but it's actually flying in the air, but we just can't see it. And we don't know where it lands. Like if I turn this off, you can see where it lands. So if I shoot over there, you'll see the arrow will move from there to there, but you can't see it in the air. So that's a little bit of a bug in the latest snapshot, but pretty much everything else is awesome. So we got the really cool command blocks. We got the repeat command blocks, impulse, and chain. Impulse was normal. We got conditional, unconditional, which was actually added in the part D snapshot when they added conditional and unconditional. So that's really freaking cool. And also there's a lot of changes in case anybody was wondering. There's a lot of changes to combat, as you can see right here. There's an attack speed, there's an attack meter, and everything like that. But since this is a Redstone series, I'm not going to go into that too much. But yeah, guys, these blocks are crazy. They're insane. They're freaking amazing. Like, now we can do some stuff that we couldn't have done before because it would have taken up too much space, like this. The virus cannon that I've been working on for a very long time. And this is probably the biggest thing out here. Besides that one over there that's actually a little bit bigger. We can condense this in just a few blocks, actually. Because all these 3 blocks can all be condensed into one. So right there, you're eliminating 2/3 of the blocks you need. And then that one, we don't need anymore. The clock we don't need. It's just 1 block, so that removes 2 blocks. We don't need these blocks. You only need like 10 blocks to do it now. It's freaking amazing. I love it. I freaking love it. Mojang's freaking awesome right now. They are, like, these command blocks are crazy. I love it. I thought this was going to just be a combat update and it wasn't going to have much for Redstone, but it's opened up some new doors. It's pretty crazy. So I expect a lot of crazy things to come out of, like, the community, new maps and stuff of this stuff, because it's insane. I got a lot of ideas for using the especially these ones, especially the repeat command blocks, because they're very, very easy to make. And also, the one thing you might notice, it's not setting a block, so there's no lag. There's no lag. Like, you can have a lot of these running. In fact, let's test that out. Okay, let's see what we're running at right now. I have it up in the corner of my screen. We're running at here we go, 290 frames per second. Let's set up a bunch of these. These are just testing for arrow, but they're basically doing the same thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn these all on. Okay, so that is 1, 2, there's 2, let's see, 6, 9, 12. There's 24 clocks going right now, and our frames, still 290. Frames didn't go down at all. Now let's test that with the old method. Let's make 24 clocks, run them, and you'll see how much better these blocks are. So, I'll get right back to you guys when I get that done. Okay guys, I got them all set up. This is 24 individual clocks, because those are individual clocks. But as you can see, our frames are actually a little bit higher because we're away from the rest of the redstone stuff. So that's going to offset the thing. But just think of how much more down this goes. So that one over there, 24 clocks running, didn't go down at all. Still 290 frames. This one, we're sitting at, let's see, before we turn these all on, sitting at Let's get an average 326. Looks like 326 frames per second. So let's see. Turn 1 on. We're at 380. Okay. Keep going. And now let's see. 326. Still 326. Okay, not much down, but as you can see, if you start going, you see the frames will start dropping. It's 258 now. If I start moving and loading new chunks while these are going, the frames will go down. It won't happen with the other ones. So that's really, really cool. Oh, I just saw 180 flash there. That was freaky. That was weird. So guys, I hope you like this episode. I know you've been waiting for me to do some redstone, and we finally messed with some things. We got a lot of stuff coming ahead that's going to be with these command blocks, because they are awesome. They're freaking awesome. So guys, I hope you liked the episode, and if you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.